Now, if I'm not mistaken, when we last left our party, we walked away from some wonderfully delightful fish people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We cannot confirm the delightfulness of said people.
We need to turn right back around.
They're very
diligence,
tasty.
Yeah.
Like, see, yeah. See?
Ah,
I mean, I'm kind of hungry.
good eating.
I gotta eat. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's no good. It's no good.
I'm kind of hungry. Right? Whoops.
But yeah, are you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
I am ready. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I have STO muted. I'm gonna double check that real quick. Yep, we're good.
Okay. So, who actually does remember where we left off?
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
We left off walking away from, good old Abe down at the bottom of the pool.
Yeah, what happened was we definitely didn't have the destruction of a galactic society. We definitely didn't get put into stasis, and we definitely did not end up in the future.
And we definitely didn't find nanotanks.
Yes,
Nanomachines.
that did not happen.
So basically, the only things that you're aware of at this point are the ship that you were in was taking damage and crashing. You guys were put into the emergency escape pods. And then you woke up in a bloody lab. And there's destruction all around you.
So it's a Tuesday.
And fish people. That's very important.
And you've seen some fish people, which is really weird.
Yep, it's a little weird. I mean, I've seen some really strange cosmetic surgeries in my days. This is just going on.
Stumbled into the set of Shape of Water. Oh no.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you guys were walking away from the fish people, and you were
Very
headed
quickly.
very quickly.
Yes.
Yes,
And we were heading back and then south.
South.
I've still got my map right here.
That's what I thought. All right. So it takes several minutes to get through the hallway again. The flashing lights. It's eerie and dark, and you come out into a room filled with. The room is filled with tanks that have transparent panels on them. Within each floats a human-like shape.
Now, when you say human-like, bipedal, but nothing really discerning.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious too.
I'm extremely curious of this.
Yeah, if anybody.
Like,
Okay.
I need to see, get a better look through these transparent panels.
I'm going to kind of take a step back. I've still got my heavy chunk of machinery, right?
Sure. Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
take
haven't
like a
dropped
step-
it, so.
I'm going to take a step back and kind of let them do the communicative thing, and I'm ready to do the swing thing if necessary.
Okay.
Along those same lines, I'm going to go ahead and look through my emergency pack and see if there's any sort of the equivalent of a survival knife or something. Or what sort of gear is in the emergency pack, kind of take stock.
Okay. Yeah, so if you're actually taking stock of the emergency pack, you have several days worth of rations and water. You have a survival knife, a laser pistol with,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say two replacement charges, and basic survival equipment. Basically, think like an adventurer's pack from D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you have some stim packs and else that I can't remember off the top of my head.
A small thermonuclear device.
No.
Yeah, it never hurts to ask.
It's a nuclear device.
Just picture. Oh God, I just
Hold on,
lost
what's
the
that
name of the
from?
character. When Princess Leia was the bounty hunter, he had the little
The thermal
Thermal
detonator.
Thermal
detonator.
detonator.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
3PO
playing
is freaking
Boshi,
out.
I think, or no, she was speaking Boshi.
Yeah.
Hey, so we have a grenade in there?
No, you don't.
Almost had it. Almost had it.
And if none of this works, tink.
Just so you guys know, I got this backup plan. Don't worry, it'll work out great. Third, real quick,
Mhm.
it's a nuclear device. What's that a reference from?
That is from Command and Conquer.
Okay, God damn it! I was hoping you would know
Oh.
what they were referencing, because they're referencing some '50s movie, and I don't know what that is. And you just, and so I was hoping you would help me to
Oh.
connect that finally, because I know it's from Command and Conquer. I just couldn't.
I don't.
What's
I
the
don't know
line
where it's
again?
originally from.
It's a nuclear device. The power to create and destroy.
Maybe the original Godzilla.
Maybe? I don't know. I haven't heard the English dub of that film.
All right, hold on. Stop the stream. We need to go and.
Yeah, this.
It sounds
It's
like
research time.
Yeah.
Plan 9 from outer space or something.
Ooh, that might be.
Really?
Because it's very Command and Conquer to reference that kind of stuff.
Do you have an interocitor?
Anyways, I'm sorry for interrupting, Guido. I just really wanted to know.
It happens.
I thought he had the secret finally. Please continue.
Gentlemen, here's your medal.
If I'm just gonna say, like I was saying with the adventurers pack, the survival pack, if it is within reason that a survival pack would have an item that you're looking for, most likely it does. Obviously ask, but within reason, it's most likely going to have it.
Basic survival sundries.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Well, I make note of the laser pistol and keep that for later, and then just take out the survival knife and just have that at the ready.
Okay. So Jay is taking a closer look at the tanks.
Yes.
Okay. The bodies are suspended in what appears to be a thick viscous fluid, and it's semi-opaque, so seeing through the fluid is difficult. You can make out the basic shapes that you would expect a human to have, but the proportions don't look right. You can see part of a hand, and the fingers, some of them are elongated, and it only has like 3 fingers.
Hey, Mr. Mr. Reddy. I have the names wrong. I just realized. Mr. Reddy, I think I found some of your old experiments.
No, I never did anything this terrible.
You sure? I mean, you were talking about all that clothing stuff. It looks like
No, I'm
you're-
pretty sure if it got to this point, it would
like that one over there
long
actually
ago.
has stamped JR right on the front. You see that?
Yeah, but I don't put initials on people that I mean, I don't do it.
That
You-
says Jersey Regular. I think that's where it was made.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Okay, my bad.
It's like when they make coins.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Mhm. But no, these should have been terminated a long time ago. If they're even still alive, they may just be suspended.
Are they
Look around
like?
it. Is there any type of instrumentation on these, or are they literally just tanks with fluid in them?
The tubes connect to pipes overhead, and you can see that one of the pipes is pumping that same quicksilver fluid from the other room into the vats, the tanks.
The one we came from? The room
Yeah.
that we came from? Okay.
Well, that's odd. I'm going to just be pumping sludge into this. Seems like somebody set this up that has no idea what they're doing.
Can you check, Mr. Reddy, to see if these guys are still biologically alive?
I suppose so. He goes over to the glass and donk, donk, donk.
Go ahead and give me a
Classic.
go ahead and give me a science roll.
Okay.
Probably medical is going to be most appropriate.
Okay, either are the same for me.
Okay.
Tech, medical, or just science.
You can do tech medical. Sure.
Okay. All right. I'm assuming an intelligence
yes.
attribute check.
Yeah. Sorry.
And he rolls dramatic pause.
Oh wow. Okay.
A 11. Nice.
So, you find there's a panel in the back that you can access that gives some basic life function readings, and deciphering the readout, you can tell that there are life signs inside.
Well, unfortunately. Ooh, that was a sour one. Excuse me. Unfortunately, these things are alive, although I'm guessing based on the 40s.
So, do you think, like, what? Let me get to the crux of what I'm asking here. Considering we've already seen some organ harvesty kind of things, do you think that's what's going on here?
Well, if I had to guess, they were likely trying to grow organs. These things may be chopped up afterwards for those. That may be why they don't particularly care that some deformities occur.
Gotcha. That's lovely.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Guido, is there a centralized like computer? I mean, obviously there's the readout, as you said, on a machine. Is there like a computer that's maybe for just standard data processing or what have you? My plan is to see if I can look at that, access it, and see if I can find a map of the place that we're in.
So the room, exploring more of the room, there are conduits running from the tanks and some computer screens that are on the wall, conduit running into the wall away from this room.
And not back towards the one that we came from.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry, real quick, Guido. I think I missed it. How many exits are there to this room other than the one we came in through?
There are no other exits.
Oh, goody. Okay. I guess I didn't miss it.
Additionally, as I was saying, the room is there's lab tables and equipment that you would expect to see in a laboratory. Jay, you recognize, microscopes and other scientific equipment that I'm just not coming up with off the top of my head. Tables that have body parts on them and are definitely not after death cut up.
They're fresh.
Yeah, it's more fresh. They're
There's blood just oozing out,
Still congulating, however you say
congealing. Yeah.
Congealing.
I think coagulating.
Yes.
Coagulating.
There we go.
Yeah.
Autopsy. It's as if it's an autopsy, but definitely more surgical. At the far end of the room, you see an upright steel sarcophagus. A rat's.
I don't know about you guys, but I want to go bang on that thing.
Hold on.
Does it have a sticky note on it that says trap?
A rat's nest of wires and tubes sprouting from the rear to fix in jerry-rig profusion to the room's power feed and tubes overhead. The door to the coffin yawns open, and a decayed, sweat-yellowed padding lines its interior.
Saw something like this in an old movie called Dracula 2000. No, okay. This fellow has quite an odd taste in medical equipment. I don't suppose I can discern like what exactly this person's been trying to do here with the sarcophagus and with these surgical cuts. Is he just experimenting, or does he actually have some sort of driven purpose here?
At this point, you would have to make some serious leaps of logic. I can't see that I have divulged enough information to give a clear picture of what's going on.
Okay. Jay is just kind of like, this kind of seems outside of normal organ harvesting now. It's getting more and more away from that. So,
What sort of ambient noise is happening around?
You said ambient noise?
Yeah, is there like a general hum from any particular machinery? Is it just overall in the room?
You can hear the deep thrum of power basically reverberating through the walls, but it's very faint. The computer screens that do work flicker on and off. You hear that flick of power. The tanks behind you bubble slightly as the liquid is exchanged. But for the most part, it's very quiet. Not like tomb quiet, but very quiet.
Now, I have a weird question. Has my character been to space?
I don't see why he could not have.
So what I'm leaning towards is I want to know if I have sufficient experience with a ship in space to tell if this sounds like a ship in space or a ship that has,
Okay. That's actually a good point.
Yes, there's a train too, Brenny.
Some of the corridors that you were passing through earlier, you could see walls bulging in, and in some places there was dirt that was falling through. Some areas were covered in mud. If this was in space, it would be some kind of, I'll say, life ship.
Okay.
But it seems unlikely to have that kind of breakthrough in the corridors that you're walking through. It makes passing through them very difficult.
Gotcha. Guys, I think we're not in space.
Okay.
really?
Well, that's one good sign. Now if we can just find a way out.
I say once this implodes, we won't have to immediately suffocate.
That's comforting.
And what else is Matthias doing right now?
Mostly he's keeping to himself and staying relatively quiet.
Okay.
He's basically accepted the role of the dumb muscle as everyone else is kind of perusing. I mean, he doesn't really know sciencey stuff.
Okay.
He's not stupid,
Sure.
but he doesn't want them to know that. So he's just kind of.
So over the autopsy table, is there anything like a data pad or even a traditional folder that somebody's written notes in?
Go ahead and give me a perception roll. Let's see what you can see.
You're blind. Here we go. Which
Wisdom.
attribute? Oh, wisdom.
Yeah,
Okay.
always wisdom.
Always wisdom. Got it. No assist.
Oh,
I wasn't lying. I am blind. I'm actually just looking at the floor offhandedly, going,
Mm. And you're like stroking your
Yes.
chin thoughtfully as you
Yes.
stare at the floor. Like,
Oh, okay.
I wonder.
Gravity seems to be working.
Yep. Apparently, we do have gravity right now.
Right. Okay.
Well, you didn't completely fumble.
At a 2?
You got a 1 and a 2.
So that's how you know that gravity's working. At a 1, you'd be like, guys, we need to figure out if the gravity's working or not.
Wait a minute. We need to stop everything and check this.
Yes, it's very important.
Okay.
So you are looking around at the autopsy table, and ooh, I know what I need you to do. Give me a the equivalent of a Constitution save.
So would that be a physical save?
Yeah, I think so.
Or evasion?
Yeah, physical.
Okay. Fail!
Okay. So
I hit the ground.
basically, the sight and smell of so much blood, and just the nature of what this room is, you are distracted by how sickened you feel.
Okay. I'm going to find a somewhat clean area of the room to go in messy.
And thank you, Brandon. I figured this song would work well for this.
And is anyone else doing anything?
I'm ready to leave. I mean, I'm just
contributing.
like unpleasantness and cloneness and like what my character's thinking right now, just in case you think I'm just being stupid, is I'm like, okay, so our organ harvesting, obviously some kind of like actual professional level, not just picking people up off the street, chopping, right? So my knee-jerk reaction is to destroy these tubes, because this is abominable. However, that's going to piss off whoever's put the time and money into this, which is not something I want to do, because I have no idea who or what or where or when, and I'm still thinking that this is actually the same year that I left a few minutes ago. So I'm still assuming the Yakuza's on my back, and I don't want to have anything to do with that. So I'm just sitting back there like, can we go, guys?
Hold on a second.
I mean, are you done poking at the science experiment over there?
Yeah, there's like a shut-off switch anywhere here, is there?
No.
There's a giant clunk over on the wall.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't looking for a cartoon lever, but
even better, hit the lever. And also, I have to get this joke out. In addition to the science experiment thing we got going on, Mr. Gunderson is actually adding to it with his own personal private volcano thing he's got going on the floor.
Yep.
Well, I think perhaps we're done here. We come in here, we poked at stuff, threw up.
Yep, I'm ready to leave. Bye.
Should probably
I've done my due diligence on the floor, so let's do this.
So,
Yeah.
Guido, just to make sure I'm accurate, according to my map, not counting hidden passages, of course, we now have only one way to go.
Yes, you have to go back the way you came.
Yep, back up, left, and then down, which is what we're going to do. With weapon at the ready, if you can call what I have a weapon.
All right, so you go back to the previous room, the medical room, yeah, and then go back to the room that you started in. So from that first room, you can go back the way you just came from, or south.
So yeah, I'm south.
Yeah, let's try south.
The only route
South,
that there
yeah.
is.
All right, so again, several minutes later, as the corridor is difficult to traverse, you come into a room that has it's basically just covered in display panels
Okay.
and drawers of memory chips.
I immediately steal all of them. Is there another exit to this room?
Yes. So there are 2 exits from this room, south and west.
Okay, perfect.
Are there? Is there a way to utilize the memory chips, or view them, or read them?
So, and just for knowledge, lore, if you were to try and take all of the memory chips, you would be talking like bags and bags and bags. There's no way you can take them all.
Got
so
it.
He would be encumbered, you would say.
One would
A little
say,
bit.
yes.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
You know you can get those for like $2 at Micro Center. You don't need to take all of these.
Yeah, I'll buy you one. It's okay.
Give me a little bit of lore dump. Like, what are these things used for? These isolinear chips?
Essentially, yeah. Think like Star Trek.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know Star Trek at all. You're gonna have to tell me about this thing.
Well, a long time ago in a galaxy
pack a
far,
lunch.
far away.
Yeah, they're essentially like 6 of RAM, but they actually store data long term.
Flash drives.
So
I mean, that sounds like flash drives to me. Yeah.
sure. Either way, I mean,
So, what I'm hearing though is that these are things that sound universally, kind of like the USB type thing.
right.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking we should probably grab a couple of these. But my question to you, just to make sure, is we know what these are, right? Like in
Oh, yeah.
character.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we should totally. You know what? What do I roll to steal?
Well, hold on. Let me give you a little more description of this room.
Okay.
Countless thumb-sized memory chips have been slotted into storage panels that dominate this chamber. All 20 meters of each of the 4 walls are covered by the storage panels, each panel home to easily 1,000 of the data storage devices. A working data slab could perhaps read them if you had one.
Which we don't,
I
obviously.
was going to say, by that tone, I would mean that we don't.
Well, actually, in my survival kit,
Of course, I've got
Surprise!
no. All right, I didn't think to bring my data slab while I was arrested. Well, no, that seems like an acceptable idea, a good idea. We can take a few as evidence when we get off of here and report this homebrew chop shop.
And I'm going to look around to see if there is a data slab. Just
I'm going to turn
On
really
average.
quick to Reddy and be like, report to whom?
Anyone that's not these people once we get out of here.
I mean, I think we're still technically under arrest, regardless of what just happened.
I was going to say, I'm not sure that that's our best.
Well, here's the
survival
idea.
strategy.
When they say, hey, why are you out of your cells? We say, guess what? There's a chop shop behind us. Oh, thanks. See ya.
I don't know what experiences you've had with authorities, sir, but I don't think that's how that
I don't
interaction.
know. When you give them a bigger fish, sometimes they go after that.
Sometimes. So this is a hope. Why don't we go? I mean, I'm all for getting this reported. This is disgusting, but maybe we should do it a little more clandestinely. That's just what I'm saying. Like rather than walking up to the police station and being like, "Hey."
Well, I wasn't suggesting we find them. I was suggesting we do this if we get caught.
Ah, that's a little different.
Okay.
Anyway, it looks like you're looking for a data slab. All right, so how does assisting people work in the game?
That's a good question.
Because I'd like to assist him in looking for a data slab.
What you would do is just say, you're assisting, explain how you're assisting, and that would grant the person. You would then roll to see if you are successful,
Mhm.
and depending on what you're doing and how well you roll, can grant up to, depending on circumstances, between a +1 to a +3.
Okay, so Jay will help Hank by moving stuff aside, essentially being a second pair of eyes looking around for this type of stuff.
Okay.
Can I similarly assist, or is it just the one assist roll?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to go above a +3, but that said, there are no data slabs in this room.
Oh,
We take 20.
Yeah. And wait.
No.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Unfortunately,
for-
it's just not going to happen.
There are no secret doors in this room. Stop
Right,
searching.
right.
Okay. Fine.
That's a good thing to know as a GM, when to tell your players that.
Don't waste
Just
your
let 'em roll
time.
sometimes,
Just
even if there's nothing there. Keep them on their toes.
Yeah, I
Alright.
guess we'll just pack up a few of these chips and
however,
Ah.
Uh-oh.
if you were going to be looking for the data slab, I will grant you that. Go ahead and give me a perception check, and I'll have each of you, since you were all going to be working together on this, each of you roll your own perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. How do I do this? There's, and that's wisdom. Okay, guys, I got a -1.
Hey, look at
Jeez.
Okay. While a 6 is the minimum for success,
There's still no data pads in here.
there's
Got
no
it.
data pads, no. But
maybe I'm not trying hard enough.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna roll again.
there is a secret door. I'll make
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Hank,
Mhm.
something catches your eye as you're looking around, and it's one of the panels. You can just make out. It's covered in dust and just kind of this layer of filth. Everything is. But you can make out a tag on the panel that says convicts.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go close to the panel and see if I can dust it off, see if I can get a little bit more information from it.
There's no further information on the tag.
Oh, just as okay. Is it and the tag's just attached to a random panel that has the chips plugged into it, I'm assuming.
So you can open the panel and there are chips
Oh, okay.
in the storage.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and open up that and check it out.
Okay. So opening up the panel, you can see there are dozens of the chips. They're not labeled.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna look for mine so I can destroy it, so we won't have this problem moving forward. Okay. All right. I turn to you guys. This panel says convicts, but none of this is labeled. So I'm without a data slab. I don't really know if this is going to have our records on it or what. But we may want to take some of this, if not all of this, just to.
How many are in just this bin? Because I know you said there's a whole bunch in the room in general, Guido.
There's thousands in the room. This bin has several dozen.
I think that might be worth grabbing all of these ones. Like, I think between us, we could carry a few dozen chips.
Yeah.
Sounds agreeable.
So let's just chop that into 3/3. Whatever amount is appropriate, Guido. And
Sure.
yeah, let's divvy it up.
Okay.
Carry this.
Throw it in the pack.
Yeah.
I'm not going to measure encumbrance for that. It's
Okay.
negligible.
It's a bag of chips.
All that, in fact.
Yeah. So if I'm understanding your plan here, you brought Jay and Matthias over to the panel that you're looking at.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm over there right now.
Okay. Do either of you, Jay or Matthias, have a bonus to your wisdom? I don't think either of you do.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I don't.
Do you have a bonus to your perception?
No.
I know I don't to perception. Where's my character sheet?
I am not a perception man.
Okay.
Wisdom. I do not have a bonus to wisdom or perception.
Lord, do you have your coin?
I do.
Flip it for me. And call heads or tails.
Hang on, let's try that one more time. There we go. It is tails.
Sorry, I needed you to call heads or tails.
Right, you want me to heads, and it is tails.
Okay, so Jay,
Yeah.
as you're coming over and investigating this with Hank and Matthias, another panel catches your eye, and it how would that be described?
It's purple.
No. Flight information.
Okay.
Ah, the black box.
Is this another thing that we would need the data slab to access?
You can't actually read the data off the memory chips without a data slab.
Okay. So I'll grab it and hold it up and say, flight information. This could potentially be useful. I'll pocket this. Well, hold on a second. Are these are actually labeled, right? Like on the actual sticks, or are they in containers that are labeled?
This one.
Basically, I don't want to throw an unlabeled stick along with all the other ones.
Why not?
Somewhere, somewhere.
So this is actually going to be a larger version of the data stick.
Okay.
So it's identifiable.
Okay. So I'll just put that in the back there. So that's back there in case everyone needs to get it. Perfect. Now we have a bunch of information we can't access without a data slab.
Data slabs are everywhere, though. That's going to be easy to get a hold of.
Until you
Hopefully.
really need one.
Yeah, really.
It's like those phone booths.
Wait a minute. I never leave home without my data slab. I check my pockets. What am I wearing?
So
Then it all went bad.
What a mess.
basically, the clothing is the sturdy old Terran clothes.
So what? Essentially, I am still in the prison outfit, effectively, and that has not changed.
Yes.
I really should have asked that earlier, but yes. Okay.
Basically, what I'm picturing, for lack of a better description, is the outfit from Fallout.
The vault
Any
suit.
of them, yeah, the vault suit, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Just minus the numbers, I imagine.
right.
Unless
Well,
actually,
it's a
that's
long
not
string of numbers.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna check mine. It's 9 1 3 5 5 5 9. So I'm gonna. So yeah. Okay. We've got these chips. I kind of want, while they're doing their techie stuff that I'm just too stupid to understand. I'm gonna kind of peer down the corridors to the left and to the south. If there's anything obvious.
So actually, what I was going to give you, since you did have technically a successful perception roll, remember how I was describing that the thrum of engine noise that you heard before?
Mm-hmm.
It is louder to the south.
Oh. Okay. Is there anything else in this room worthy of investigation?
Unless you're going to spend an exorbitant amount of time trying to hook something up to try and read the memory chips.
That's not my field. That's them. If you guys want to check it up.
Well, I've got a pine cone and a ham sandwich. I think if I get them
Perfect. That's all we need.
Submerged together. Yeah.
So
No, not so much.
No, come on. He's got that ability that lets him
Pastrami.
auto
If
succeed
it was
at a crafting.
pastrami, then
Damn it.
Wrong catalyst. Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna check my pack really quick. No, sorry, no pastrami.
Fresh out.
I'm
all
sorry.
you got is turkey.
Yep. A little roast beef too, but I mean. So, all right, I'm going to suggest that we head west then. I'm going to say that out loud to everyone else.
Okay,
Sounds about as good of a direction to me as any.
Yeah.
I mean, we're trying to figure out WTF, getting out of here.
I've got what I need.
I'm sorry. I've been looking into World of Warcraft today because of the recent patch, and so I'm just suddenly hearing a goblin. I got what you need.
This is reminding me of Dead Rising. Can we combine these things? Let's just take a bunch of these.
All we need is duct tape. We got this
Yeah.
figured out.
Exactly.
Photograph wars, you know. All right.
I've got a wire.
It's worth
Swiss Army
noting.
knife.
By the way, Guido, I'm still so tense. I would like to take an automatic negative to my first attack roll whenever we get there, if we ever get there, because I'm just so tense, and I've been tense for like the last hour in roll at
Jumpy.
this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm jumpy.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it. All
I'd
right.
imagine my constitution's taking a bit of a hit.
Yeah, just come on. I'm jonesing at this point for anything to happen.
All right.
It doesn't involve fish people.
So you guys are going
Everything-
west.
West, yes.
Okay. As you're going west, you actually have to climb a ladder to continue. As you do, you come out into what you recognize as the seating that you guys were in when you were flying.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. I run the numbers real quick and try and figure out exactly how we were ejected from a place we were sitting in. Now we're back where we were sitting. That was up in the air.
I think it was assisted. Well, never mind. Actually, you're just writing numbers through your head. I don't say anything.
You look at him and you can see like the calculus.
Wait
Like
a
a beautiful
minute.
mind.
Yeah.
It's gone horribly wrong here. Yeah. So is it like the seats, or these are the seats we were sitting
There's
in?
no seats, but it's the same room that the seats were in.
Okay.
Gotcha.
The chamber is perhaps 15 meters long by 10 meters in width, and there's a ladder halfway down leading to a walkway above where you remember guards were walking when the ship was taking off.
All right.
Surely this isn't the same ship, just one we got pulled into. But we know the way out of here, don't we? So perhaps we should continue that way.
It's a good question.
I was
How
gonna say,
good
can
is
we-
our memory of the way out of here?
Yeah. Can we use this as a reference point?
So the door that you remember there being in this room is just completely collapsed.
Ah,
Of
course it is.
I'm going to mutter something about insufficient maintenance protocols under my breath.
However, there is an exit from the catwalk above.
ah.
Hmm.
Well, anyone need a boost?
I'll boost you up.
Oh, okay.
I got your back. I'm strong, and I flex.
So I saw it when you started pulling my lab equipment apart and beating people to death with it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
I didn't beat anyone to death.
All right, very good. So I'll get in position for the heave ho up there.
All right. I will roll strength if I need to roll strength. If I can remember how to roll strength. Hang on.
No, you don't need to roll strength, but what I am going to have you do is roll dexterity. So it's going to be athletics, dexterity.
Okay.
You want me to roll that too?
Dex.
So when you go to climb the ladder is covered in mold and mildew.
Oh, goody.
Gross.
I'm gonna say, don't worry. It's just like back home. Just like all the test tubes. Just think about it that way. And I rolled an 11.
Oh, actually, I think we could make this into penicillin.
I rolled a 10 apparently. That's strange. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna
So
say
you have
clean.
no problem.
Okay.
You climb up the ladder. It's a little sticky. It's a
Okay.
little slick, but
It's fine. We got this. We got this.
Okay. And I'll turn around and loop my hand around something, my leg, and offer a hand up to the next person.
Which would be my good friend, Mr. Gunderson over there.
All right,
I got you.
make a roll.
Now it's an 11.
Okay. Yeah. So you're basically grabbing the exact same spots that Matthias did, and it's much less slippery because he cleaned it off.
Ah, nice.
I try to be, as helpful as I can.
Jay, go ahead and roll, but I'm going to give you a... I'm actually going to give you a +2 bonus because I'm feeling generous.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So dexterity athletics with the +2 assisted. All right.
Okay.
Not a failure, I guess.
So you're climbing, and it is slick as just ice. You did not expect it to be this difficult. I mean, your two compatriots just climbed up like monkeys climbing a tree. Why is this so difficult for you?
Last person who went up was sweating profusely.
What? It's been a rough day, okay?
Oh, this is barf. Nasty.
But you make it up. It just takes you a little bit longer, but you're fine.
Right then. Let's get out of this place.
End of the catwalk, there's another another corridor. I'm assuming you're going to take it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Had to check. At the end of the corridor, you find a decontamination airlock.
Okay. Is it operable right now, or is it just busted? Or...
So you can see lights flashing, and the panel seems it's lit up. It seems to be functional.
Well, this seems to be pretty standard. I'll crack my knuckles and go over there and see if I can operate this to let us out.
Okay. It's basically open, close, decon. So I'm assuming you're just going to hit open.
Yes.
He's going to open.
My advanced medical knowledge, my 3 PhDs. Beep.
Open.
Open.
Okay. Inside, you can see the decontamination chamber, and the other doorway from of the decon airlock. The panel to open the door is sparking.
Oh, goody. You can fix that, right?
I'll give it a shot.
Check to see if the magic smoke has already left.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to see if where the paneling is that's arcing and seeing if there's something I can do to
Sure.
first test it to see if it's safe. Obviously, I'll just grab the wire and those.
So you could do probably a pre-tech.
Okay. I'm assuming that's wisdom as well.
Either wisdom or intelligence.
Okay. And it's taking my +1 for pre-tech into account. I don't need to put that into the assist. Okay, great.
That's the thing I love about these character sheets.
It's very handy.
Yeah. 9. Okay, yeah. So basically, you look at the panel, open it up, and you can just basically take this wire, disconnect it, plug this one in, connect these two. It stops sparking.
Okay. See here in this container here, it's a bad spamiflange. So if you can just go ahead and take that and twist it, and then you'll notice here it stops sparking. You're good to go.
You sound like a plumber I had a couple months ago. Anyway, I believe you.
I'm waiting
what
for
next?
him to spin it, not me. For no reason.
Is it ready to go through now? Should I press open again?
Let's give it a try.
All right.
Sorry. So, as an airlock, you would have to be inside, close the door to be able to open the other one.
So it says something to the effect of the door is ajar.
The door is ajar, yeah.
It's not. It's a door. Okay. Why not? All together.
All together? Okay.
Yes. Nothing can go wrong.
Door closes behind you. A couple of seconds later, after a lot of noise of what you think is pressurized canisters that don't actually have anything pressurized in them anymore are going off. The doors in front of you open.
Nice fresh air.
I was just say I like Bernian's response there.
And we spaced ourselves.
Yep. Good adventure, guys. Good
Yeah,
adventure.
that was good.
Yeah.
Good hustle. I'm ready to reroll.
How many experience do I get for my first
That's a good
spacing
question.
For what?
myself? For spacing myself.
Oh, none.
None. Okay.
Experience of a lifetime.
In fairness, I will remember that experience for the rest of my life.
True. All
It
3
will
seconds
really
of it.
Yeah.
It will really stick with me. I just realized I need to be updating the map here a bit because we're over here now. There we go.
Okay.
There's space.
So from the decontamination chamber, there's another corridor. There's only the one exit.
Why are there so many corridors on this ship? God. How big of a ship was this, anyways?
So that's actually a good question. This is definitely not the same size that you remember the ship that you boarded being.
So, okay. Is there... I'm going to think how to explain this. Is there any point in time at which the hull is sufficiently buckled that I could sneak a peek outside?
From the corridors that you've gone through that have been buckled, the only thing that you can see is dirt.
And when you say the only thing I can see is dirt, I assume you mean like this, right?
It's like coming in through the cracks and
Exactly, as in we are underground dirt, not there's dirt as far as the eye can see, kind of a thing.
right.
Okay. I'm gonna. Is there a weapon in my emergency pack like there was in his?
Each of you have a laser pistol, yes.
That's I don't like pistols.
Oh, really? We got one of those.
Yeah,
Pew 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 pew.
It's
I've never shot a laser pistol before. How do you turn the safety off?
here first. You I kind of show him.
No.
It's bigger on the inside.
Yes.
Thank you. Perfect. I'll just put that away. Okay, so I'm completely out of ideas as to what this actually is now. All my theories have been thrown out the window, so I'm just gonna go along with it.
Yeah, at the moment, my working interior theory is that the ship crashed somewhere, and someone else salvaged it. And I don't even think we're on Earth at this point.
Maybe it's some new prisoner experiment, some weird VR rehabilitation thing.
You remember, for today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Welcome to Soma. Dang it!
So
God damn
were
it.
we loaded onto were we loaded onto the ship from like the rear or from a side door? Like, would I be able to figure out like what a comparable entrance and exit would be from a ship that would be of the same particular type, even if this is not the same one we were on? Like, a car door is going to have a car door in the car door location in most cases, even when it's crashed.
So you guys were loaded in through a loading bay, basically.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna say it was near the rear of the ship.
So theoretically, with the distance we've traveled, would that match up with the direction we're going, or would it be opposed to it?
Okay. From the seating area,
Mhm.
the path that you guys took from the data storage, that would have been the direction that the loading bay was.
Okay. So it feels like we're going in a comparable direction.
So it feels like you are going away from the loading bay.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically, the loading bay would have been under the data storage.
Okay. But given that I've probably seen what Matthias has seen about the dirt, and so I can make an assumption that we're either surrounded by dirt or underground or like some sort of crash site. So probably like getting underneath to a bay that would be under the ship would be
Well, so
a really
if you remember my description, when you left the data storage,
Mhm.
when you went through that corridor, you actually had to go up a ladder to get into the
right. So into the airlock.
into this passenger seating.
Okay, before the airlock. Okay.
So the loading bay was under the data storage.
Okay. All right, so still technically possible. Okay.
Does that help any?
Yeah,
Totally
yeah. I'm
confused.
just kind of getting like context. Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, it's unfamiliar territory because that makes sense because I'm not actually on a ship, but at the same time, kind of getting a mental picture of what my character would be thinking, as far as like, are we just going away from what would be perceived as the exit from what like a ship that we were on previously, or are we presumably getting towards that point? But without, I mean, just guessing, of course.
Sure.
Like I don't have a skill direction sense or anything like that.
So, leaving the decontamination, the next room that you come into has panels that are semi-transparent, and you can see that power is surging through them. And as the power passes through, star maps come up.
I'm just gonna nod. Yeah, I figured we were on another planet.
I'm
Okay.
not really studied in star maps, unfortunately.
I've been around a little bit because I've been in space. So
Well, maybe you
I'll
can make
wander
heads or
over.
tails of what's flashing across.
yeah,
the
let's see here. What do we got? Huh. Well, the good news is that I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Okay, we know where
It's
to
a
start.
planet.
Mhm.
The bad news is that I still need to do my dice roll. Should be pre-tech, I assume.
So you're trying to decipher the maps?
Yeah,
Mm,
I guess that'd be astronautic.
Yeah.
Now that I look at it, which is int, I assume.
yes.
3.
Intergalactic.
I know. So I'm gonna. So here's. Okay, so this is clearly the Narlik star cluster right here. This over here is the planet of Max Time. There's Berenian, there's Hariant. I think the Zagotan sector is just around the corner here. If you see it over here, it's this little curvy thing on the side.
What is this face right next to the Zagotan sector right
The
here?
face next to the Zagotan side, that's the Breguin
okay.
cluster. It's actually like a whole series.
I've never
of
heard of any of
planets.
these
Well,
systems before.
Have you ever heard of like the just across the street from you? I mean, you strike me as that kind of guy who just kind of hangs out at home or in the lab, doesn't really leave. You know, you ever been out, do some karaoke? It's fun stuff.
No.
No,
So
okay.
pretend I've never been off planet.
Well, see, okay, so this is the Sonic Doctor Nebula. Okay, it's actually a black hole while being a supernova.
Okay.
Now,
Now-
I'm not really studied in astronautics, but even that doesn't make any sense.
No, I
So they
won't
say like this is a cat, but it's also a dog and also a basketball.
exact. See, the geneticist understands.
So
Mhm.
Schrodinger's
Do me a
reality.
favor.
Got it.
I want you to roll your persuade
And that I've got some skill in. Where is that sucker?
because if you nail this,
11.
I'm opposed to the exosuit.
It's a screensaver.
It's my favorite screensaver.
Wait, what's this flying toaster right here?
Yeah. AOL.
So-
Yeah, that's the exact moment I realized I'm looking at a screensaver. I'm like, oh.
so Jay and Hank, you're having a really hard time not believing him. You're pretty sure there's something wrong with what he's telling you.
I don't know
you
enough
can't
to
put your
say.
finger on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I'm just saying it with such confidence, you know. I mean, obviously this, but then
Well, that's the thing.
after a few moments, I'm going to say, but I got to be honest with you. The problem is this isn't telling us where we are. Nothing
That
here
is a
is
problem.
saying where we are. So I don't know if this is just like someone was looking at charts or what.
Okay. Well, we
Is
can
there a
file
data
on-
slab in here? Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Let's look for some data slabs, guys. Guys, come on.
All right. Data slab roll, the room
Yep.
data slab
Hang
roll.
on. Where's the data slab roll? Oh, that's the
I
wrong.
search for secret doors as well.
Yep. I get a 5 on my data slab roll. I can't roll when it actually matters, but when it's stupid fluff, I got this. That is so my
I'm
campaign.
sitting there poking the screensaver right now.
I got an 8. You can tell me that we don't have data slabs in this room.
So there's no data slabs, but
See?
Hank, hold on. You're pretty sure you could salvage some equipment here and jerry rig a way to connect the data storage chips to one of these
Okay.
these consoles.
All right. Would I have to any special tools or anything I need to like control panel like I need to pop open and start digging into, or is it pretty open?
Basically, I just need a roll to see if you can do it.
So pre-tech roll? Or is there a mechanical roll?
I'm leaning towards
Say, I thought there was like
science,
crafting
but
thing.
How about computer?
sure, yeah.
Okay.
It's not as good as what I was hoping for, but sure.
It works. I mean,
In a pinch.
Yeah. I don't want to spend too much time trying to figure out what to use, so computer, sure.
Yeah.
All right. So you cobbled together parts to hook up basically a USB hub, for lack of a better way of describing it.
sweet. We got this, guys.
Ready for my LAN game.
What do you want to plug in?
Let's take the flight recorder one that Jay has.
Okay.
Let's try that first.
All right. So basically, it's a black box,
I knew it.
and it's describing the ship's flight. It took off on whatever day that was, and as it was leaving Earth's atmosphere, the planetary defense platforms fired on the ship.
That seems backwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, what? That's not what?
Yeah, you know that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
There's no roll required to know that. That's not supposed to happen.
So was it like does it say anything like a friend foe transponder wasn't working, or just getting targeting data?
So the IFF was functioning.
That's
It
what's called.
was transmitting properly,
Mhm.
and the defense platforms shot it down.
All right. They forgot to pay Comcast. Got it.
It was receiving transmissions the whole time, and I had this page marked. Sorry. The planetary defense platforms were receiving communications from an artificial intelligence codenamed Bender. Yes, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
Yep.
The ship was also receiving transmissions of casualty reports from
Ooh.
a unknown wave of energy that passed through the system. They were receiving reports from distant worlds before the jump gate crashed.
Oh, goody.
The outposts on Mars were reporting casualties, and Earth itself was reporting casualties.
Oh, great. That's exactly what we need, guys. There's some kind of horrible glitch in the system.
So, just doing a quick mental check, would that correspond to the same Scream event that we witnessed as we were getting onto the
Yes.
transport we were leaving on?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is what it's referencing.
So it sounds like dead on. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just their depiction of it.
It's giving you some additional information of what happened, because all you saw was this wave of energy, and then
Just the
people
local.
started dying.
Right. Okay.
Um,
So this basically lends itself to being that in a more grander sense than just our location, our
right.
local. Okay.
This is, near as you can tell, galaxy-wide. You don't have any information on anything outside of that. The same time, the planetary defense platforms were firing, not only on your ship, but on the planet. And the jump gate crashed. It just stopped functioning.
I'm not too worried about that. The eggheads can get that gate working again in a few weeks or months, whatever it's going to take. Can you look at this thing to figure out our trajectory when we crashed? I'm curious where we are right now.
Okay. I fast forward the report.
Okay. So you took off from the southeast, and the trajectory is targeting somewhere in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we
It's
left
okay, guys. It's
Miami.
probably raining right now.
Yeah, exactly. Left Miami, ended up in Seattle. Got it.
Sigh. Well, it could be worse. We could be New Jersey.
Now everywhere is New Jersey.
We'd still have to wait for someone to pump our gas.
That's true.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and read from the book here.
Okay.
Okay.
The Aftermath. Many of the most powerful psychics in human space had dwelled on old Terra. When the scream scythed through their numbers, 9/10 died on the spot. But the remainder were swept into a frenzy of violence and delusion. Phantom enemies surrounded them, wild hallucinations scourged their damaged brains, and their only security seemed to lie in an immediate action against their imagined persecutors. These same psychics were often in positions of extreme trust and authority, granted access to mandate technology and access unknown to lesser mortals. Almost invariably, these crazed turned their resources on anything and everything around them. Harmony facilities turned their guns on the people. Nanofabricators started churning out lethal clouds of black dust. Management servers began coordinating massive systemic disasters that shattered vast swaths of infrastructure. And power plants were re-engineered on the fly into nuclear weapons. Most citizens of Old Terra never really understood what happened. They stared in mute amazement as their psychic colleagues shrieked and died as the mushroom clouds started to bloom from power plants on the outskirts of their cities, and their vehicles suddenly accelerated in unison into tangles of broken alloy and torn flesh. Black clouds rose from the factories to scour away skin and meat like some airborne vitriol, and few crazed were even able to seize control of Terra's planetary defense systems to launch orbital strikes against imagined enemies. In the space of 20 minutes, the world ended in fire and windblown ash. Old Terra was not wholly without defenses. The planet's integral high-shine disaster recovery system had been designed to handle some unforeseen global catastrophe such as this. In case of unexpected Armageddon, the high-shine system was programmed to belch clouds of recovery nanites into the atmosphere, to sequester radioactive material, repair genetic damage, and stabilize injured humans until help could arrive. Convinced that high-shine was the means of reducing all humanity to slavery to the maestros, the Bender hammered the system's core logic, scrambling it into a garbled, confused ruin. Where once high-shine had stabilized and corrected genetic damage, now it exploited the injuries. Radiation damage gave it an opening to rewrite the creature's genetic code, splicing in confused, restorative measures that often left its victims horrifically mutated. The underlying logic of the system was largely intact and ensured that the modifications were rarely outright lethal, but some things were forced to live in ways that were agonizingly unnatural. There was no rescue from the sky. The catastrophe had triggered the Bright Mirror System defense array just before it was fused into blind ferocity by the onslaught of the Bender. The entire Sol system became a deadly no man's land of particle lances and antimatter mines. The panicked spike drive ships from the surrounding core worlds that managed to reach Sol had only seconds to recognize their danger before the bright mirror blotted them from existence. The terraformed worlds of Mars and Venus were cut off completely, and the atmospheric bubble that maintained the mighty forests of Luna trembled and flickered. Nothing without Bright Mirror authorization could pass through system space, and the mirror authorized nothing but itself. The new Earth was trapped behind walls of light and interplanetary steel. This is the information that you're getting from the black box.
Okay, this is
Actually,
bad.
I was about to say, so we don't know any of this. Everything's fine. We're cool. Everything's fine. They'll fix that glitch. It's cool. People like you are on this job.
Not at this kind of level, but all right.
Well, okay, I mean, like, not literally people like you, but people with your kind of expertise, you know. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
This is a little less of a service pack update.
It...
Windows 8 million.
Yeah.
Yes. Hang on, I need update file LPR 3367. Do you know this one?
Oh, no. This would be Windows Millennial Edition.
Oh, God. Ugh.
Then it's already too late.
Windows SE Scream Edition.
Yes, this is what happens when Meltdown actually goes live. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm actually not in character. I'm not going to say anything.
Nothing to say.
So, all right. So we can then, after getting all this information, that's of course incredibly bad, and that makes a bad day even worse. But does it give a location of the crash site, like relative?
Well, he said the northwest.
Yeah, you don't have an exact location, no.
Okay.
All it was able to record was it was headed towards the Pacific Northwest before
Okay.
going offline.
Okay. All right. Any other pertinent information, or does that pretty much end the recording?
That
and then
ends
go
the
back to loop?
recording.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna disengage the chip and hand that back to Jay. Okay. That's all bad. At this point, my character's kind of conflicted. We need to get out of here, but getting out of here doesn't seem to be an improvement.
Oh, well, if it actually matters now,
I immediately
at
kill
least-
myself.
at
No,
least I'd like to go see the outside so I know how screwed we are.
So
There is that.
I'm going to remind Mr. Gunderson there. Make sure you grab the device he just jury-rigged there.
Is it portable, or is it still attached essentially to the rest of the
That's a good
ship?
question.
You can disconnect it, but unless you have some kind of power source, it's not going to be useful.
Okay. But potentially I could find another power source as we travel and then replug it in, kind of thing, or find something that's a technical. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to gather it up, wrap it in a few wires,
Okay.
and shove it in the pack.
Cool. All right.
Keep that for later.
I'm going to, without really saying anything, just move on to the next room.
Okay. So, from this room, you have one exit to the north.
I look at the exit to the north. I pause for a second. Then I get in like to a football thing and I charge it with my shoulder.
You're just charging down the corridor.
I assumed there was a door.
Oh, well, no. You have to get to the next room through the corridor first.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, in that case,
Okay. The next room, a pair of elevator doors yawn open on the right-hand side of the corridor here. Spacious interior still lit by the emergency lighting, and the floor of the elevator is scraped clean of mold and filth. Button for the upper floor has a maintenance check / mark through the display, but the current and lower floors both read accessible.
I'm going to immediately hit the upper floor button.
Are you waiting for anyone?
No, I figured they are coming at some point. I'm just hitting the button right now.
Yeah, I see him leave, and after I pack the data slab away,
Okay.
start walking behind.
Before you do that, let me
Mhm.
also say there are two exits from this area, east and west.
Okay. I'm going to try 3 more times with the upper button
Okay.
just to check.
So you're actually going in and hitting the button?
Yeah.
Okay. The doors close.
I look for the door open button.
Hold on, I'm specialized in hitting open buttons.
It's one of those, right? Like in an elevator, you know?
So you see the button, you push it, nothing happens.
Sometimes you have to hold it down.
Yeah, that's true. I'll hold it down this time.
Wait, I heard that there's a specific combination. If you press these certain buttons,
Hang on,
then
I'm
you can
gonna
go to any
rotate-
floor you want to ahead of everyone.
Rotate the button a little bit with my thumb, you know. Try to gently. I'd make a Bob and George joke, but nobody knows that.
Hit the door close button.
All right.
It could be opposite day.
That's you know what? True. I'll go ahead and hit the close door button.
Nothing happens.
Does it have a call button?
That's a good question. Hey guys, try the call button on your side.
So it does have a call button. Pushing it does nothing.
Oh.
So I see.
the shiniest meat bicycle.
So we see him press the button, go in, and the doors close, right? Okay, I'm gonna
I
go
wasn't exactly sneaking here.
press the same button to open it, and just assume that the thing timed, and he's just sitting there waiting. Or...
Nothing happens.
Yeah, I've already talked through the door too. You know I'm here. It's like, guys.
Well, just put your fingers in the door and open it.
All right, hang on. Ugh.
So we can pry it open.
Whatever check I need.
I pull out the handy 10-foot long crowbar from the survival kit.
Ooh, that is a good one.
It's collapsible.
I'll pull up mine too, but I'll only pull it to like 5 feet because I'm in the elevator, you know.
Imagine a crowbar is not a standard medical issue.
Probably not. What am I rolling, Guido?
What is it that you're trying to do? Pry the doors open with your...
I'm trying to pry the doors open with my bare hands.
Okay. That would be a strength check. You're gonna need a 12 to get it to even budge.
Can I assist on my end?
Strength. So I don't see a strength.
Oh no,
roll.
athletics. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I still never get that terminology right.
That's okay. I'm just
You can do it. I give him mental encouragement through the door.
okay. So I don't get assisted because I know it doesn't count, and I roll a 9.
Okay.
So
Yeah, basically.
give me a minute. Hang on, my fingers kind of hurt now, guys. Give me a second. Try to get it. Yeah.
This sounds very odd from the other side.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna back up to the far wall of the elevator, and then I'm gonna shoulder charge the door.
You hear a thump on the other side.
Well, he's knocked himself out. I guess we can leave him.
Ow!
Oh,
Okay, you're okay.
never mind. He's
Relatively.
Oh,
Okay. So to the east or west, I'm gonna see if I can find something the equivalent of stairs.
Okay.
Or a ladder or something.
Okay.
Yeah, the scream stairs. Every place has these installed and never used until now.
Please give me a...
Okay.
few seconds later, you hear another honk against the door.
I think he's wearing it down.
You know, I'm no medical professional, but I think you'll get a concussion before the door does.
A few seconds later, you start to hear a slightly more metallic honk, honk,
You have a metal plate in your head.
honk, honk. And I'm just going to keep this up for the immediate duration.
Wait, I think it's Morse code. Hold on.
Dot, dot,
Yeah.
dot.
He's just saying, ah.
Send for pizza? Okay.
Yes. No pineapple.
Give me a mental save.
Copy that.
Ooh.
I didn't. Oh, okay. It just went straight there. Okay.
Mega fail. So
Man, I've had a bad day with those.
over there.
Jay, give me
Yes.
a mental save as well.
Oh my god.
Oh, good.
Mental save against the clank. Clank.
Oh, that's
Clank.
not my best save. Oh,
Oh.
Say that,
Okay.
but
Okay. You're not insane.
no, I am.
Well, he is, but
elevators.
So, I'm going to give this to you. So you've just seen Hank basically cobble together a device to read the black box. Shouldn't he be able to like hack the electronics for the elevator?
No.
Oh. Hey, Hank, I've got a suggestion to put out here for you.
now while he's doing that, I have pulled out my ray gun
Okay.
Oh boy.
and I have fired at the
Wait.
door.
Do.
I know.
It's ray shielded. Don't.
I'm not an idiot. I'm shooting in a way that won't hit them if they're right on the other side. And I'll say something first. I'm like, hang on, guys, back off a sec.
So you're shooting at the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, actually,
So uncivilized.
Hold that thought, Hank.
All right.
give me a. I'm not going to make you roll to hit because that's just dumb. But
I can't hit him.
Yeah. I missed again.
you know,
missed
the
on.
proverbial.
I'm gonna take 20 on shooting the door. Give me an hour, guys.
Point blank to hit the broadside of a barn. I'm pretty sure you can do it.
Threw your hat at the ground twice and missed.
Yep.
But go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. See if I can figure out how to do this.
Which should be, I think, 1d6. I don't know if you
Strike
actually
1d6
have
on little doors.
a weapon.
I don't have anything in the sheet that I can see.
Yeah.
And I can just,
Um,
and I actually put away my physical dice because you said we wouldn't need them.
what you can do is type into the chat /R 1d6.
I rolled a 6.
No. /R 1d6.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
I am the best. I rolled a freaking 1.
You
Now, hang on.
disengaged the
I've
clip.
seen that movie Underworld where she shoots like in a circle and then falls through. Maybe I should do that.
Oh boy.
So yeah, 1.
Here we go.
So what I'm picturing is it's got like an 8 volt or a 12 volt, you know, and it's like, and it's like those old really crappy Radio Shack everythings.
So each magazine has 10 shots. You have the one that's loaded and 2 backup magazines. So you have a total of
Let's
30
see.
shots.
I'm 29 now.
Yeah, Jay, that's what I'm picturing right now.
What do you?
If you're posting something in chat,
then we will have to look at it. Oh wait, I have to. look at it.
It's not incredibly important.
Oh, that yeah.
okay, so you fire the weapon and it scorches the door.
I look at the thing. It's like, God, I hate guns. These are so freaking worthless.
Wait, hold on a second.
All right, hang
Hey.
on. I go back to grabbing my giant heavy metal thing, which is what I've been banging the door with.
Hank, can't you just
Clong.
hack this panel or something like that? I saw you rig up that USB,
Clong.
data slab thing. Please just stop before he gives me a headache.
All right. Let me see what I can do. Let me give it a try.
So give me a security intelligence. Or no.
Freaking door.
I'm very insecure. I can't do
Oh,
this.
You
You
can
know
do
what?
computer
I-
skills, security, or post-tech.
Right about now is when it occurs to my character to look the emergency hatch.
Post tech it is.
Someone drops down from the shaft. Oh, it's you.
Ah! I think I threw Guido for a loop with that question.
Um,
I mean, you know what I mean, right? Every elevator has the friggin'
Yeah,
the manual.
it's,
honk.
it,
They even have that in Star Wars, for God's sakes.
it does actually mention it in this that it's secured. So, however, I did not take into account how much damage you were doing with your club.
Oh,
If you're actually hitting it with the
I
intention of
have.
doing damage,
oh yeah, absolutely.
then I need you to roll damage for that.
Oh, jeez. Hang on, let me roll like 15d6 because I've been picking up this thing for like a minute solid.
If there's aspirin in the survival kit, I'd definitely take it.
There, 49.
You've scratched the chrome.
Yes. It's oh, whoever did the inlay on this is going to be very upset with me.
Yeah. You've lowered the value of the resale.
Oh no, it's 1d4.
1d4,
Yeah, for a
excuse me.
club.
Oh,
So 15 D4.
Not your roll
There.
higher. Oh, that's
30.
still pretty good.
That is actually pretty good.
You scratch it slightly less.
Yes, there is now. Actually, some of the paint is still there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Hank, you're working on basically short-circuiting the panel to open the door as you hear this banging and banging and banging and banging, and suddenly the doors start to buckle out.
Just like putting more force behind it now that I see that it's getting somewhere.
I don't think he's
So-
gonna wait.
So John, I'm gonna need you to hold on a little bit there. I keep calling you John because that's what you said your name was when we first.
Yeah, I've lied to both of you about
All right.
this. Not that I'm telling you that in character.
Right.
So John will be like, can you imagine? No, yeah, John, I totally lied to you about my name. That's true. Okay, so yeah, I will stop.
I think I might be able to get the door. Just don't break it yet. Let me try something.
Okay. Put the giant club down.
Did you roll that whatever it was?
Oh
you
yeah,
got a
I got a 7.
Oh, right, you got the 7. Okay. So basically, what that equates to is the amount of time it took you to get the wiring done. In that time, he was able to buckle the doors. So when
Okay.
you are able to open them, they don't open the full amount because they're now not in line. But he is able to get out.
Oh, thank God. Okay, now I got to figure out how to get this thing to go down.
Is that even possible with the doors all messed up now?
Oh, sure. Hang on.
Well, I'm assuming that the doors aren't. Well, I don't know. Maybe these are the outer doors. I don't know. I don't know how this
I
particular.
was gonna say,
elevator
don't
works.
most elevators have two sections of doors?
Mm.
They'll have
Well,
the
this
inner
one
door and the outer
did.
door that-
Yeah, but I guess he probably
separate.
would have bashed through both of them if he was hitting it from the inside.
So while I was working on shorting the door, would I be able to check to see I would see the same functionality that it could have gone to 2 lower levels, and this one is like it can't go up.
Give me another post-tech roll.
Okay. Stand by.
Yeah, I get the negative trait claustrophobia. Ooh.
Okay. This elevator was never, well, not never, has been rewired so that it is not functioning.
Grab my club. Bam! Bam!
So by opening the door, I've broken the elevator.
No, it was wired to not work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
basically-
set up intentionally. Okay.
Okay. So I am of course have left.
He sprung the trap, as it were.
Okay.
I have decided after executive decision, the best possible thing to do is to all three of us shoot our laser guns into the floor of that thing to see if we can make a hole to go down. There's got to be some emergency ladder in that shaft, right?
What about just finding some stairs or a ladder instead?
Did you, Mr. Reddy, did you find any stairs a minute ago while you were looking?
I don't know.
I would appreciate having an answer to this, sir. I assumed that since you were running around looking while he was teching and I was bashing, that you would have found something.
I was making sure that you were okay.
Oh, well, I do appreciate that. Thank you. I gain +2 affection rating with Reddy.
While this conversation is going on, Hank,
Mhm.
you hear what you identify as footsteps
Yeah, I've been super loud for the last few minutes, so
Any particular direction?
Yeah, they're coming from the west.
Okay.
Okay.
So if we exit back out of the room the way we came in, can we back up to where the entry to the room is and maybe kind of keep a view to the west to see who comes in?
Short answer, no, because at this point
Okay,
I'm going to
fair.
have you guys roll initiative.
Fair enough.
Aw. It's okay. I've got my
Alright.
club literally already ready because I've been going after the door.
So,
So,
the,
how do we roll initiative in this wonderful system?
Yeah, I'm
on
looking
your
for that.
character sheet, you will see initiative with a die right next to it.
No, that's too easy.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Bzz. 7. I am the best. I mean, I was ready for this. I was born ready to beat the crap out of people.
We're going before both of us like 5 times.
I'm looking at the elevator still.
Yeah, you
This
guys are going-
elevator needs a service pack update too.
You guys are going tomorrow.
On an
Yeah.
elevator.
If it's a cute little puppy, then it will regret having snuck up on me in a creepy ass starship.
It's a quick
So
half
it's
human,
fish
half fish,
people
just kind of
and
slopping
half
down the
people
hallway.
who are being harvested, and also the end of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So that puppy is going to regret this. Okay, so
Hold on just a second.
okay. Yeah, I'm
Sounds like somebody's cutting a tree down outside.
Wow, I go last.
sweet.
No way.
-2.
So the person sneaking up on us is not
Person
prepared.
sneaking up on us is I'm gonna assume happened is Hank like pointed it to me, and I'm already like super duper on edge, right? So I'm like I'm ready. It's just whatever.
Hank, let's just watch the whole time while he beats this poor thing to the ground.
I mean,
When
okay,
he turns around, it's very, very awkward.
yeah.
So,
Go.
from the corridor, you see 6 figures shuffling towards you.
And they're all the same figure, and they're all like stitched together.
No, they're not stitched together.
Ah, okay.
What you see are basically similar to what you were seeing in the tanks below. But now that you can see it out of the tank, you can see they're, like I was describing before, they have the oversized hands and they have an oversized jaw. And
All right, let's see. All right, I made my physical save to not throw up. Okay.
Yep.
and
All right, so
they are making a beeline straight at you.
perfect. That's exactly what I want to hear. Okay, so what I'd like to do is beat the crap out of the nearest one with this giant metal club.
Okay.
Now, I've already taken a voluntary negative because I'm so on edge here. I would like to add damage if I connect. Basically a poor man's power attack. Just this one time, because I'm freaking the hell out, and there's this weird mutant thing walking at me.
I'll give you a +2 to
And
damage.
I'm just swinging wild, basically. And I was actually going to say earlier, and I don't think I did, that I was going to accept a -2 to hit. So how do I? So I charge up there like, and I make a swing, which I'm not sure how to do.
Actually, what I should do, give me just a second.
Yep. Okay. Now I want to make this clear. Like my character is, is actually really skilled in hand-to-hand combat. He's been doing this all his life. He's literally a professional thug. Right now, he looks like Benny Hill, just freaking out. There's no grace. There's no style.
Mhm.
I'm just because I am freaking the
All
hell out.
reaction.
Yeah, I am completely overreacting on this. I am not handling this well.
Okay.
Oh yes, that's a good question. Is this a magical beast?
It is.
Perfect. See, that would be the advantage if we were running Third's campaign, because I could ask him that every single fight.
Actually, would not be a valid question. They got rid of all that junk.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Okay. So, Lore, if you look at your character sheet,
Huh?
scroll down under the equipment, you now have an improvised club.
Awesome. I'm ready.
So,
I'm ready to.
The die at the end of that line, just click on that.
So I can't believe that hits. I kind of figured it wouldn't. That was kind of the point. So
Nice. So, one thing that I do want to explain is how the combat actually works in this system. It's very similar to the old THACO. You remember that? 2-hit armor
Yes,
class
I
0.
do. Sorry.
Never used it.
What you're doing is you have the armor class of whatever you're wearing.
Okay.
The lower, the better. Because what you're doing when you roll an attack, you're rolling a d20, adding any modifiers, and then adding your enemy's armor class to that. So the lower the armor class, the lower the bonus for your to hit.
All right, you lost me.
So
I give up.
No, I get it. It's like reversed AC.
No, I do get it. It's, okay.
Yeah. Another reason why I like using the character sheets, because it automatically calculates. That said, I don't know if it actually calculated the armor class of these enemies.
I don't know.
It doesn't really matter because
it's
you
just-
rolled a natural 20.
Oh, I did. You're right.
So
Oh, they're critical hits in this.
It shows the entire roll right there, like if you mouse over it, but I don't actually know what I'm looking at.
that's a lot of math that I don't know.
That is a huge amount of math. You see this at home? Look at this. It's 20. Hang on. Shadow Machine just blocked it.
No, it's
It's
simple.
20
You
plus
just
0 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 rounded 0.019, excuse me, 0.0019185 times 16 minus 2 times 16 minus 2 times 16 minus 2
and there's a couple of nested
Parentheses,
equations in there
parentheses.
too.
minus parentheses 0.048994 times.
And that's how we get space travel.
Yeah, I mean,
Yahtzee!
okay.
I
I'm
never
with
knew
it.
using a club was so complicated.
Dude, I have a PhD in use club. Okay.
It's just like the 8-bit theater.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to assume that I did hit
Oh
him.
yeah. If
I'm not sure.
if you
it's
roll
easy.
again next time, it should give you a prompt for what the armor class that you're trying to hit
Here,
is.
I'll just do a test roll right now. So 8, yeah, it says AC.
Okay, so that would be a 9.
Okay. And then, so that, for example, would also hit. Theoretically, of course, that's not a real hit,
Yeah.
but
But,
okay. So, so the first hit did hit.
oh yeah, that's a
in
critical
my
hit.
wild flailing. Oh, by the way, there is no advantage horrent to accepting a negative. I'm doing it because that's how I roll.
If you would like to describe that hit, feel free.
So like I said, just complete flailing, and there's that adrenaline pumping through my muscles. So I bring it straight down on the head of whatever's in front of me, which no longer has a head.
You are correct.
It is just smushed now. And then there's this moment of because I'm still completely flipped out, like I am emotionally unstable right now. So there's like a moment of me flailing to get it back off the thing because it's like embedded just a little bit into his collarbones. And then I pull it right back out, and then I see it, and then just really quickly, like as I freak out looking at this thing that used to have a head, I smash it right back down on the thing's body a couple more times really quick.
That's a lot of action in 3 seconds.
I think he gets the point though.
That's probably unsanitary. Don't open your mouth.
Ooh.
Oh, what's it taste like? Just tell me what it tastes like. Go ahead. I'll accept it.
It tastes terrible.
Oh. Okay, I automatically fail this Constitution roll.
So now you've added to the mess.
Yeah, and it's projectile, so it goes onto the
Oh, yeah.
guy. It just boom.
But yes, you're hit. You just kill him outright. So
Okay. I was actually prepared for you to be like, so he's got 3 HP left, so he's just gonna keep swinging. Ah! So I guess that's my action.
yeah, well done, well done. That's gonna take us to Jay. What would you like to do? There's 5
You
left.
just saw a perfect
Jay-
display of martial prowess.
Jay looks over at Hank like he has absolutely no idea what to do. And he grabs his survival kit and chucks it at them and then runs in the other direction.
That's an option.
Okay.
So
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
sure, is there throwing stuff?
I'm gonna need to write.
I mean, that's just a dex roll, right?
Sure. Yeah. Give me an athletics roll.
Oh, good. I'm good at those. A strength or a dex?
Dex, man.
Yeah. Make it dex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You throw the bag 3 feet in front of you. Just,
No. He hits Hank in the back
Oh.
of the head.
oh,
Clonk.
so helpful.
Probably just like burst open, everything lands in the vomit.
Yeah.
So basically,
yeah,
here's what I'm
you know-
picturing, and you can run with it or not. But you grab your backpack and basically just spin around and just release it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just hits the wall next to them.
Yeah, it does nothing at all.
Hank, shoot them, Hank.
All right, and so you're running away. All right, and so that will take us to
I'm a
Hank.
doctor, not a mutant fighter.
Okay, so basically having the reaction of just cold terror, I grab the laser pistol and just start pulling.
Oh Jesus!
trigger
Please
at
don't shoot me in the
And that's
back.
the thing. And that's the thing. Is like, whatever this is not right, and it needs to die. I'm hoping I don't hit you, but it's really kind of a second.
It's acceptable to
Yeah, it's like, hey, you wanted to go play with them. I just want them gone. I just need to erase whatever that is in front of us. It just needs to be gone.
Oh my gosh.
Now, that said, I'm trying to keep it at like chest level, so stay low.
I'll pull some Matrix style, you know, as you're shooting
Little
fire.
laser pistol.
Yes, I can move faster than light. It's cool.
Okay.
No. So, Cadiz, if you look at
Yes.
your character sheet, I just added a laser pistol there.
Hey, I've got this new thing,
Ooh.
And
and I just roll that straight up.
No, I have not, Orient. Not from my perspective, I should say.
and what was your question? I'm sorry.
Just roll it straight up and then give it the AC of
Yeah.
9.
Yeah, everything else should be calculated. It's just the AC that it's going to ask for.
Copy the, whoa, 9, not 90. Whoa.
You
Easy.
miss.
Easy.
They really do have the Matrix mod plugged in.
Yeah.
Miss.
Okay.
Is that bad enough to shoot me?
No,
Do I shoot the backpack
Okay.
that Jay threw?
no.
Just wondering.
No.
It explodes.
It's close, but not good enough. But basically, you can
Okay.
see the round its energy, but you can see
Right.
it just cruise by the head of one of the lurching things.
And you said they were shuffling, so they're moving at kind of a, George Romero, Night of the Living Dead.
I was gonna say, would you describe these as
Is-
zombie pace?
Are they motivated zombies like 28 Days Later, or are they just kind of shuffling zombies?
There's 7 days to die during the day.
Okay.
You haven't played that, so you don't get the reference.
No, I'm thinking like the middle ground,
So it's not
like Dying Light.
they're not super speedy, but they're still fresh zombies, basically. Put it that way.
Okay.
So they're moving at a normal pace, but it's a walk pace.
Okay.
That help?
Yeah,
Okay.
that does.
So unfortunately, you miss.
This seems normal.
Let's see.
5 attacks on John.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to get mauled up here tanking, while my medic has just run, and my tech guy is just shot the floor.
Yep. We are an effective elite
This,
team.
Yeah.
this is effectively the last WoW raid I just did. It's great. Or not WoW raid, STO raid, I should say. Yeah, no, I'm super dead. This is happening. I'm ready. I've got my reroll already in mind. I'm going to play one of these guys.
Mhm.
And I'm going to go up and be like, friend. Friend. And just like drape my fingers all over your
Yeah.
face, like trying to communicate. Friend.
No
I just
good.
realized we had a perfect Leroy Jenkins moment right there. He just ran in. Stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan. Now, viewers at home, if you're ever worried about playing pen and paper like this, remember this tip. If your GM just kind of goes quiet for a few minutes, it's because you're dead.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure out what to do about this.
No.
And make it sound epic.
You have
that
done something
died.
so stupid
Yeah.
that he is now trying to recover from it.
So
Torso heroically.
So that's not
fights
actually
somebody.
what's going on, just for the record. I thought I was a little more prepared and actually had some of these attack things pre-programmed. I did not. I'm an idiot, so I'm faking it as we go
I
here.
figured you're like, God, Lord, what the hell did you even do? I mean,
Quick math it is
Yeah.
then.
Lore, what is your character's AC? Is it 7?
oh, jeez, let me scroll up a bit. My AC is 6.
6, okay.
And I have 6 health. This is gonna be great.
Miss.
Maybe not. Maybe
Count
not.
down with me. 5, 4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Oh. Yes, what Berenian says in chat is also true. If your GM ever says, "You sure?" Don't.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, don't.
Okay, so that guy just I need to roll.
I dodge
No.
him deftly and expertly.
No, you really
Swing and a
don't.
miss.
I'm super amazing at my dodging skills up here.
That's
Now, what's happening in my head is I'm being super cool, you know, what's that Chinese director? I can't think of the name of. He's really good.
John Woo.
John Woo. Yeah, I'm basically in my head. I'm full on John Woo.
Okay.
It's you, you know. And it's,
There's doves flying out in the
there's
background.
doves. Yeah, there's just doves.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Meanwhile, it looks more like Stephen Chow.
Yes, exactly.
so one of them tries to grab onto you, Matthias, and
Wait, what does his skin feel like?
it's hideously puffy and
Puffy. Ooh. Ooh.
loose.
Oh, so it's like,
Feels like
Okay.
wrong.
yeah, it feels like wrong. I'm with it.
So it tries to grab onto you and slips in your sick from earlier and ends up smacking one of the other shamblers next to it,
Okay.
which turns and attacks it.
Oh, jeez.
And
Started to change.
the one that got hit by the first one takes the head off the one that just smacked it.
And of course, I then
No, make him come from the top of the screen. Like that, this way.
Yeah.
completely as planned there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that worked well.
See, like I said, the GM was trying to save my life.
The other one exploded and said, "You're already dead." Boomer
Ooh,
from left.
all right.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty accurate.
That'd be fun.
However, another one is able to grab onto you.
No, it feels so icky. I'm actually saying this out loud in those words.
He says,
I
just
am
wanna
not
be loved.
now. I am pathetic.
So currently you are grappled. So you're going to have
Okay.
some negatives to what you do moving forward.
Sweet. I grapple him back. I say, "It's okay, buddy. I got you. I got you, buddy. We'll make it through this. We'll make it through this."
And
And then the third one grapples me, and then the fourth one grapples me.
no.
That is from rugby.
And then my brains start being eaten.
So one more tries to grapple onto Hank. Jay, you ran away far enough that they can't get to your turn.
Yeah, Jay was just
Yeah.
nope.
Um,
Jay played his nope card.
Later.
but it epically fails. It just kind of grabs at you and misses entirely.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Which is going to take us back to Matthias.
Okay. So continuing to keep my -2, by the way. So what additional negative do I add for being
A
grappled?
-2.
So I am now a -4 to hit. So I'm gonna be like, "Don't worry, Hank, I got you," and swing wildly in Hank's direction to get the one that went after him.
Okay.
So 9 AC, right? If
Yes.
I'm remembering correctly. And -4.
Wow.
I am on fire.
Sure. Why not?
I rolled a 20.
You see. I got this.
Okay.
Okay.
This will be good.
You pull a Guido.
Oh God. That poor zombie's ribs.
Yeah, you get a solid hit in its torso, and you can just see the rib cage just not implode. That's the wrong word.
Cave in.
Yeah, cave in.
Yeah. Just bam, right in the midsection. Right there. There's a bit of bone that just hit the wall.
And it just collapses.
Okay.
I got your back, man.
This is as I'm like basically leveling the gun right at midsection. That midsection is now gone.
It worked.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It shoots me.
Oh.
So yeah, I guess that is my action this round or this turn, whatever.
That's
I guess I should ask. It just occurred to me. So Guido, you know how my system has like 2 action system. How's Other Dust work?
as far as I can tell, it's one action.
Okay. So moving would be the action then, for
Well,
example.
within reason. I'm a firm believer of within reason.
Okay. So like, for example, if this is hypothetical, I'm not doing this, but if I wanted to do like a 5-foot step or a 10-foot step and then do something, that'd
Yes.
be cool.
However,
Okay.
you are grappled. It's going to be really difficult to move.
Oh no, I'm not moving at all. Are you kidding? I've got stuff to do. Come on. Ah.
It's a busy man.
Yeah, I still have a zombie just kind of dangling over my right shoulder right now. I think it's
it
Jake's
is
turn.
Jay's turn. So you successfully ran away, Robin.
Yeah.
Now
Busy
what?
man away.
Well, he looks back and sees everyone all grappled up and goes, and he'll turn around and do.
He pulls the gun very cool.
No, I threw my gun at the.
Oh,
It's in the pack.
right. Never mind.
So ready.
So do a quick U-turn and then run at the one on Hank and try and push kick him in the face, like off of Hank.
Hank
The
is not
floor.
grappled.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm the one who's grappled.
Okay, then on him.
Okay.
On John.
So go ahead and on your character sheet, you have a basic melee attack.
Yes, I see it.
Go ahead and roll that.
Okay, it's asking me to do an AC.
9.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a +2.
I'm willingly giving myself
Wow!
negatives.
What?
Jesus, the dice.
He detonates.
Yeah, that's a natural 20.
What? Okay, that's 3 20s in one combat is a little suspicious, but I'm not gonna
Yeah,
question
let's not question
'cause-
that.
Yeah,
Go all
okay.
dead space on this right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. Stomp him.
Okay, so you are successfully grappling the thing that's grappling Matthias.
We have a chain. Hank, join us.
What's your plan?
Join
Well, essentially, my plan was to knock him off of John / Matthias and pin him to the ground under my heel so he can freaking beat his head in.
Okay. So you successfully knock him away from Matthias.
Yes, I'm back down to -2.
Go ahead and just give me a roll d4 for damage
Okay.
because it was a pretty solid hit. Okay. You can tell that it felt that.
Yeah. I say, this hurts you. No.
Oh my god, I knew it.
Okay. Hank.
So Jay seems to have the one pinned. There's still one shuffling, so I'm gonna take my attention to that since Matthias took care of the one with the rib cage in front of me.
There's so there's 3 left.
As I say, yeah, there should be 3 right now.
And are they grouped up and still moving in the same?
So one is
Particular
approaching you,
Right.
and the other 2. Well, so one is now on the floor, and the other one is approaching Matthias.
Okay. So do I have a clear shot to the one that's approaching Matthias?
Jay, you are standing over the one that you tackled, or
Yes.
okay? So no, you don't have a clear shot. You can take a shot, but you'll be
Shoot me.
you'll be at a negative, just a -1.
Can I then, as part of the action, sidestep and when I do have a clear shot, fire?
Do a 5-foot step.
I'm assuming it's still a -1 because I'll be moving and shooting.
Well, you're still basically trying to avoid shooting Jay and avoid shooting Matthias. Taking a 5-foot step, yeah, you're still going to be at a -1.
Okay. Just like realistically, I'm not going to go, oh, I'll try and thread the needle. No, I would sidestep and then take a shot while I'm moving.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no.
I like my brains being in here.
Well, I mean, whatever we roll, it's either going to be a 1 or a 20. So.
Okay, guaranteed.
Yes, that's
There's only
pretty much
2
how this-
options. It's a binary 20-sided dice.
Oh, jeez. Every single dice roll is literally just a coin flip. That'd be an interesting system, wouldn't it?
So
Everything is either a total failure or a total success.
Yeah.
I don't think I like that system.
I know, right? Because that could go very interestingly.
It's called gambling.
Yes.
Oh,
That's the exact same thing I rolled before. Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Good
God,
looking out.
my ear. Dude. Ow. And now there's this ringing.
so it doesn't come close to hitting you, Matthias.
Oh, okay.
Or quite frankly, anything else. I've been to the stormtrooper
So-
shooting range quite often.
I know you two have. Have you played XCOM before?
Yeah.
Like, you know how the animations are where they get up and they do it, and then it
Point
does
blank.
the roll, and then they do this?
Yeah.
That's what I'm picturing.
That's why I don't play that game anymore.
Okay. Have you seen the Doormonster sketch on XCOM?
No,
No, I'll post it to you in a
yeah,
second.
you should like find that link because yeah. Anyways, so you hit the wall. I'm assuming.
It is unfortunately an unsuccessful attack. So close.
Mm-hmm.
Which I suppose makes it the zombie. I keep thinking of them as zombies. I shouldn't do that. The clone donor team, the organ team. There we go. Perfect.
All right, so got one that's going to try and grapple Matthias, and one that's going to try and grapple Hank.
Clone bees. Yeah, that works.
The new Saturday morning
Homunculi.
kid show, Clone Bees. Oh. This one's name is Dolly. That one's name is Dolly.
Okay. Woot!
Wow.
Finally some hits. I like it when I get hit by the clone bees. As long as my good comrades don't get hit, I'm happy.
Wow.
No, don't hit the comrades. Just I've got the health. I can take it. I got this.
All right. So
Unless they both roll sixes, then I'm dead.
they shuffle up and just basically bear hug each of you.
Ah! Let me go. I just got one of these off me. God.
And that'll take us back to Matthias.
Wait, when you say each of us, there's three of us.
So Matthias and Hank are both grappled.
Okay. So I am grappled, of course, and I'm a little wigged out by this, and then so the previous one was like over here, and it felt kind of weird, but this one's actually grabbing like around my arm, and so I've got like full skin to skin contact with this kind of puffy, virulent kind of skin that just feels like it's about to explode into spores. And I'm wigging out really badly, so I'm going to bring myself down to a -3 on my hit here.
Okay.
And I am going to basically let out this what in my mind is this extremely badass masculine, like Conan the Barbarian yell. It's actually more like and 9 negative. Oh no, it's actually -5 right now. So, and I do finally miss with this attack.
Okay.
Starting to worry that would be another 20.
All right. So you strike out with your club, and you hear it clank off the wall.
Oh no, ceiling. Like I go way too high with it. Clang.
Stop Dark Souls in it.
Yeah, really.
You've got one of those hanging lights that's now doing this.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect. Everyone gets a -1 to their rolls for the next round.
Jay. So you have one of these shamblers below you. You're standing on it, basically.
Yeah. I'm not kidding. Go Dark Souls on this thing. Just stomp, stomp, stomp.
You're just going to stomp it? Okay.
Yeah.
Give me an athletic strength roll.
Okay.
And roll very well. Super well. More than 7.
Or 7.
I mean, 7's okay, I guess.
Where are you stomping it? Head, chest,
Oh,
throat?
on the head, definitely. That's what I see in all the movies.
Where?
On the
Oh,
head,
on the head?
definitely, 'cause
Okay.
that's where I see in all the movies, and this is what I'm basing my fighting style off of. Right now.
This will be the most messy.
Yep.
The skull cracks, and you see some viscous material ooze out,
What color?
kind of pinkish white.
Okay.
Green flame. I mean,
Oh my god! I always knew. No. Okay.
All right. So Hank, You are grappled.
So where's it grappled?
It's basically just a bear hug.
Okay, from
Oh, that's
front or
like-
behind?
Um,
I'm assuming front.
yeah, it's going to be the front.
So
Okay.
its face is right here,
Oh, that's the worst. And the
and
breath.
there's this smell. Yeah, the
is
breath. The
crazy
breath.
Bad. Yeah.
Rancid.
Mhm.
There's only a couple teeth there. You know.
Mhm.
They're fangs,
There's
basically.
Hey, how you doing?
Basically, it looks like he's been eating teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a bit of you're pretty sure it's skin hanging from between his teeth.
Great. So, do I have enough mobility? I'm assuming I'll take a -4, but do I have enough mobility to just move the gun and just point it towards the midsection and just pull the trigger?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. What's the mod on that?
So, because of the difficulty of getting it to actually aim, you're not going to get a bonus, but I'm not going to
Okay.
give you a negative either. So it's
Okay.
just going to basically be
Just
straight
flat
zero.
rate.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're not at a -5 like I am. Woohoo!
All right.
Oh,
Bzz.
Okay, center of mass at point
Yep.
blank.
And you see the bolt of energy basically exit from its back
Mhm.
and dissipate into the wall behind it as it lets go.
Kira.
Nice. Which I think it makes it their turn now.
Yeah, so the one that's left, which is still grappling Matthias,
on me
is
going to bite me.
yes, it is going to bite you.
Yeah, I kind of saw this coming.
So
It's okay. I've got nothing going for me.
Couldn't miss.
You have antibiotics, right, Mr. Reddy? Right?
Yes.
You know, you said penicillin earlier. I assume that means you got some.
I was making a mold joke.
God damn it, man. I need you to save my life from infection in a minute here.
We'll just chop it off.
He's about to bite well, he's got my arm. I said that earlier. So he's going to bite like my hand or something.
So what happens when the math doesn't happen?
Yeah, I was actually
It's
wondering about
an
that.
infinite attack.
it's
Wow.
What does he hit? 1 billion.
He hits the galaxy.
wow.
He hits me so hard he causes the scream a few centuries ago.
Right?
The Skurn Login was created.
Oh, God. His was the bite that pierced the heavens.
Mhm. One bite zombie.
Coming to Netflix this fall.
I was going to say, that actually sounds like a weird show that I could totally see someone actually doing.
Okay. So it hits.
Okay, so he does 25 damage.
No,
to
that's just the to hit.
Yeah.
Ah! My everything.
The bloody mess straight.
Wow. Okay.
Jesus Christ! I'm at 1
Wow.
I'm at 1
It
health.
bites down on your neck, and you feel teeth just
God.
embed.
This is not. I'd like to say this is the first time I felt this.
Someone's biting your jugular.
I have a weird job. Okay.
Clearly.
Okay. So, yeah, I am letting out a very wheezy, pathetic scream at this moment in time.
It does go back to your turn.
Okay, so with my super adrenaline, I've got this. I've got a -5 to hit this guy. Because just getting out of this grapple isn't happening right now because the bite is still down there. So what I'm picturing is like I've got the club and I'm like swinging down into his midsection as hard as I possibly can.
Interesting choice. Okay.
With a -5. I miss. This is not a surprise to me. I bleed a little bit.
Spurt. Okay. Jay, your You're basically standing next to Matthias, who's got
Who is currently bleeding.
Okay.
he's
A lot.
grappled
I
and
see.
Dying.
Embraced, as it were.
Let's just give them a moment. No,
Oh, God, no.
no.
Oh, my place.
Let's
God.
see. Well, if I try and rip it off, this is just going to be worse. So
Just take
he
its head off.
stumbles around,
God, dude.
grabs the container that he threw over here, several seconds ago.
The survival
tries
pack?
to
Okay.
Yes, and tries to brain this thing over the head with it.
I don't have my sharks handy, so the Leafeon will have to do here.
Vicious beast.
Vicious.
I'm assuming this thing is pretty hard,
The backpack?
or at least it has hard instruments in it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Gosh, I hope so.
Like the knife.
All right. Give me a basic melee roll.
Oh, Jesus. And then miss.
So it has AC of 6 or AC of 9,
Okay.
and I'm gonna give you +3 since it's not going anywhere.
Holy
Nice.
moly.
All right.
That'll do.
Roll 1d4.
Roll a 1. Or a 4. I'm okay with that.
Ooh.
All right.
It's my head. Ah! Thanks, buddy.
I got him. I give the zombie a high five.
I knew it. I knew it.
So here's what I'm picturing here, and you, like I said before, you can either run with it or if you have something better in mind. You swing with your backpack and you smack it right in the back of the head, but you're in line with how it is biting down on Matthias's neck. So you're not gonna rip it away. You're actually pushing it just further in.
But
But the force of the impact completely just dazes it. It cannot continue to hold the grapple or the bite.
Okay.
As you as you are
There's several teeth just left in my neck.
as you finish the swing, basically, you can see the point of the knife that was in the survival pack sticking out of the mutant's neck.
Oh, there was a knife in there.
I didn't even know.
So as the backpack falls away, the blade was sticking out, and so it comes away with the backpack.
Say, I meant to do that. All right, very good.
All right, that was the last of them. Matthias, you're hurt.
Oh, right. Hang on. We're out of combat, right?
Yes, that was the end of combat.
This is what my next minute is going to be.
It's going to be cathartic.
Yes.
How many hit points do you have?
1
Okay.
now.
Um,
I have 6 total.
you may want to deal with that before.
Or not.
After a minute,
Okay.
I will calm down a little bit.
From blood loss.
Yes. You guys, any of you got a cookie? I can really use one right now.
You look back, we're just gone.
Oh God, no! Don't
No.
leave me with these piles of mush that I've created. Yeah. So okay, I have no idea how healing works in this game.
So I was going to say,
Put your finger on it, pinch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Turn
could-
to the
you
pack
get
and
these-
see if I can find anything.
Teeth out of my neck, please.
Hold on, let's get some gauze and antibiotics and
Just-
all
just-
that other stuff.
Here, you know what? I'm actually gonna grab that knife and basically just pry the teeth out of my neck here.
That's rough.
Oh God!
So
Like I said, I wish I could say it's the first time I've done this. Hand the knife back to Reddy. Back to Jay. Thank you, sir.
Are the stim packs just like Fallout stim packs?
yeah, they're supposed to be.
Magic.
Okay.
Basically.
Didn't know if there was like that or like an Omni Gel equivalent or.
Oh, there you go.
So the
Just
stim
make yourself
packs
open.
are basically nanite infused. Think like adrenaline needles.
Okay.
So it's supposed to grant you X amount of healing, both immediately and out of combat over time.
Goody.
Thought it was right here. So I'm gonna say,
Oh, we're out of combat.
so if you use the stim pack, an immediate 4 points. I don't like that. 1d6.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
It'll heal 1d6, and then over the course of 2 rounds, heal an additional 1d6.
Okay. Well, one way or another, that would heal me back up at
Right.
full. So now, I'm going to do something I'm going to regret horribly here, and I can already tell this. But is there? I would like to know from an out of character perspective if there is other methods of healing.
Over time.
So, what's the ratio in the setting, basically?
With so you've got healing with medical care and healing without medical care. With rest and medical care, it's like 1 point per week, I want to say. Oh
Jesus.
yeah, it's vicious.
So it's going to be a while.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to double check because I don't have that memorized off the top of my head, but it's something just
It's something useless, effectively.
well, it's the system is designed to be lethal.
Well, yeah, I
so-
can tell.
Clearly.
Because I just nearly died on a first encounter. I'm going to reach for my own kit, grab my one and only stim pack, and foolishly and stupidly use it on myself. It's just...
So each of those survival packs should have 4.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll jot that down. 3 stim packs. Oh. And neck starts to reconstruct a little as the nanites
Yep.
go to work. Oh, I feel a lot better.
It seemed like you've used one of those many times before.
Once or twice. It's kind of see what you're supposed to do, and I start explaining in like intricate detail how you're supposed to use it for maximum impact.
To the doctor.
To the doctor. Yeah, well, he's a cloner. He doesn't count. He's not a real doctor. So, all right. So, I don't know about you, but I think that was a very enlightening experience. I think that our cloning expert here should try to loot these guys, see if there's any loot on them.
One thing I failed to mention: they're naked.
No, I
say,
figured
you
that.
bought a skin and nasty.
I mean, they're not actually naked now; they're pulp. Because I just spent the last minute beating the crap out of their corpses,
That's
just
not
to make sure.
a terrible idea. Is there any sort of sanitary container in these survival kits?
Oh my god, why are you trying to scoop up bits of these things?
You need to take a sample. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh my god,
No.
why?
We may need to. Well, let's say, for instance, you get infected later on by something. It would be helpful to
You know
have
what? If you
something
find a
like this.
lab that you can use with this, I suppose that's valid.
There are rudimentary ways of doing this.
So you've got some water bottles, basically.
Mm,
I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that would survival kit that.
Wait, I've got an idea. Okay, so we're going to take. Oh wait, they're naked. Never mind. That doesn't work. I'm gonna pull out a bit of his skin, one of their skins, and kind of cut it into like a rough ovoid shape, and then put some mush in there, and then kind of wrap it back up and tie it around,
No.
and then hand it to Mr.
that-
Reddy.
I'm going to
Not
continue
how
to
it
vomit in the
works.
corner.
Stop.
There you go, buddy.
No. We're
I
just
got
gonna
you.
leave this
Your
alone right now.
sample.
You know, I think you're probably going to be fine.
Okay.
Put
Here,
your
you
skin
don't wanna hold
bag
on
in the
to it?
corner. No.
Here, let me just put it on your shoulder for a second.
No.
There
How about not? I just
I-
figured out I have a knife, so stop.
we go. I do not actually do that in character. I look at those things and I'm like, what's the closest way out of here?
Probably where they came from.
All right,
East and west.
I just start going in that
Okay,
direction.
you're going.
west, where they came from.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, west is the
That
direction
thing.
they came from.
Okay, so I just
Okay.
start going that way.
Okay, I've got a feeling that our particular adventure is going to call for that particular brand of stupid.
There's no need for stupid per se. I mean, maybe there is. I don't know. Stupid can help sometimes.
Need. I mean,
It's relative.
It is such a relative term.